The neon sign above the ex-reunion agency flickers in the rain, as Zoe Hart counts the last $50 bills in the cash drawer. Outside, the landlord paces with an umbrella and a clipboard, ready to lock the door on the only thing Zoe has left of her mother.
You are 3 months behind. Zoe, I need the full payment by midnight, or the lease is over.
Give me tonight, please. I have a big client coming. If this works out, I can clear everything.
The landlord mutters under his breath and walks away, leaving a red eviction notice taped crooked on the glass door. Zoe stares at the notice until the letters blur, then forces herself back to the desk that still smells faintly like her mother's jasmine tea. Her inbox holds the miracle. One unread message marked urgent, offering a fee big enough to save the agency for an entire year. Attached is a contract written in strange, careful language. Every clause about ex-partners, emotional closure, strict confidentiality, and a penalty she does not fully understand.
Help client repair relationship with former partner, guide them from cold silence back to trust. Deliver measurable progress in 30 days.
Her own terms scroll past in smaller print. For every milestone reached, she will forfeit one memory related to her own first love, measured by some unseen rule of the agency itself. The words make her chest tighten. Yet she has lived with the ache of that old breakup for 10 years. Maybe losing a few sharp edges will even help her breathe.
You wanted this place to survive. Mom, I am not letting it die over a ghost of a boy who walked away.
She signs in digital ink. The screen glows soft gold for a second, like the agency itself exhales in relief. Then a new message pings into her inbox. Client profile, it reads, followed by a name, Emily Park, 27. Freelance illustrator goal, win back ex-partner, male, 30, award-winning architect, emotionally distant.
Hi Zoe, thank you for seeing me so late. The agency looks smaller than I imagined, but in a sweet way.
Emily arrives wrapped in a raincoat speckled with paint, her cheeks pink from the cold, clutching a sketchbook like a shield.
I know it sounds childish, but I cannot let him go. He is brilliant and cold, and I need one real chance to show him I understand his world.
We do not judge here. We design plans. Tell me about him. How long has it been since you two talked?
We just finished a project. He was polite and distant the entire time. I think he sees me as a tool, not as a person. I want that to change.
Zoe takes notes in a neat blue notebook. Standard intake questions, conflict triggers, shared history, secret landmarks where hearts can be nudged back toward each other.
Tomorrow we stage a natural overlap, a coffee shop he already likes. You appear with a reason that respects his schedule. No drama, just a small crack in the ice.
Whatever you say, I trust you. The transfer is already done. Please just do not let me regret this.
When Emily leaves, Zoe refreshes her bank app 3 times. The full fee is there. More money than she has seen in years. Enough to push the red notice into irrelevance. She locks up for the night with a flutter of hope and a sting of unease. The contract lines about memory pawns still echoing like a warning. She refuses to hear. Morning brings clear skies and a sharp wind. Zoe dresses in the kind of neutral elegance that disappears in any room, then walks into the downtown cafe to prepare the first encounter.
Table by the window, he likes light and clean lines. You arrive 10 minutes late, so he has time to settle. Do not force conversation. Let me do the first read.
Emily nods and ducks into the restroom to fix her lipstick, leaving Zoe alone with the hum of grinders and the faint smell of burnt sugar and espresso. The bell over the door rings. Zoe glances up out of habit. Then the world tilts as a familiar profile steps into the light. Tall, broad-shouldered, disgustingly composed in a dark coat. For a heartbeat, she is 20 again, standing on a college rooftop with the same man promising forever. Then the memory rips away, leaving only the aftertaste of panic. The architect client is not a stranger. He is the boy she once loved and lost. Now, a man the world calls Lucas Meyer, and his eyes have already found her.
Zoe Hart, you have got to be kidding me.
Good to see you too, Mr. Meyer. I am here on business. Nothing more. Please take a seat.
Her voice comes out calm while her mind reels. Because the job that could save her life now demands. She helped her first love fall for someone else. Lucas sits across from Zoe, fingers wrapped around his coffee cup, eyes sharp, every inch of him broadcasting suspicion and unfinished business.
So you run a place that helps people get back with their exes now. Is that some kind of cosmic joke I missed?
It is just work, Lucas. I design strategies. People make their own choices. Your coffee is getting cold.
Emily appears on cue, pretending surprise when she spots him, cheeks flushed, eyes bright with the hope she is paying for.
Lucas, what are you doing here? I thought you lived at the office.
They do let me out sometimes. Park, are you two working together, or did I stumble into some strange reality show?
Emily is a client. We are refining a pitch deck for your next project. She wanted my input on timing and tone.
The lie slides easily, practiced from years of protecting other people's secrets. But her skull throbs where the memory clause sits like a ticking bomb. They talk for an hour about facades and light wells, and how illustrations might soften the edges of a hard concrete lobby. Everything safely professional on the surface. Under the table, Zoe tracks every glance, every pause, noting how Lucas' eyes linger a fraction longer on Emily when she laughs, even as his shoulders tilt instinctively toward Zoe.
Thank you for meeting us, Lucas. I will send a follow-up with concrete next steps and a project calendar.
You always did love your calendars. Heart, still, color-coding people's feelings for them.
Someone has to bring order. It might as well be me.
When he leaves, Emily grabs Zoe's arm with both hands, eyes shining like a kid who just saw fireworks up close.
He listened to me, really listened. I have never seen him so relaxed. You are amazing. Zoe, what is the next step?
Slow and steady, we build familiarity first, then trust. We will schedule a site visit. You will bring sketches that show you get his vision.
Back at the agency, Zoe opens the digital contract dashboard. A new notification pulses at the top. Milestone 1 reached. Initial emotional thaw detected. Before she can react, the screen flares white. Heat rushes through her body, and a single memory slides like sand through her fingers. She gasps as an image fades. Lucas on that college rooftop, handing her a cheap ring from a vending machine. The details smearing until only the wind and his laugh remain.
No. Wait. I need that. I am not done being angry at you yet.
The office lights flicker and settle. The contract window now calmly displays remaining memory collateral. A bar that is shorter than before.
It is fine. It was just one moment. I still remember the rest. I remember walking away. I remember that hurt.
Days blur into a pattern. Planned encounters at construction sites. Late-night calls about design notes. Emily slowly becomes part of Lucas' routine with Zoe's invisible guidance. With every successful step, another ping, another flash, another sliver of past peeled away. The fight after graduation, the train station goodbye. The angry emails she never answered. She writes notes on sticky paper to keep track of what remains. Their favorite diner, the cracked booth by the window, the way he took his coffee. Black with one sugar packet only on bad days.
You really do not remember, do you? We had our first real fight in that diner. You cried over burnt pancakes.
I remember enough. I remember you choosing work over me again and again. That part is hard to forget.
They stand in the half-finished lobby of his new building, concrete dust in the air. Emily a few steps away reviewing notes with a contractor, oblivious to the storm between them.
Why did you really leave, Zoe? Do not give me some line about needing space. Tell me the truth this time.
I had my reasons. They made sense back then. I just cannot see them clearly right now.
Her mind claws at a blank wall where an answer should be. The memory gone. Traded for a little more progress on someone else's dream. By the third week, New York tilts into late autumn, and the ex-reunion agency becomes a war room of charts and color-coded threads connecting Lucas moods to Emily appearances. From a distance, the plan looks flawless. Initial frost melted, shared jokes seeded, a coffee order memorized, an inside reference to a building detail only they use. Up close, cracks show. Lucas messages Zoe more than Emily. Short texts about permits, supply delays, an elevator redesign, excuses to keep her in his orbit.
You still answer faster than anyone, Hart. Do you ever sleep, or do you just live on coffee and panic these days?
Sleep is for people whose landlords do not threaten them every week. How is the north stairwell detail working now?
He laughs more when you are around. Zoe, sometimes I feel like the side character in my own story.
You are the client, Emily. I will not forget that. This ends with you and Lucas on the same side again.
That night, the contract dashboard pulses again. Milestone 3, Emotional vulnerability exchange initiated. Collateral payment required. Zoe braces as another memory slips away. This one. The shape of his handwriting on a birthday card. The way he spelled her name wrong on purpose. And drew tiny stars around it.
I am fine. I am fine. I do not need a card to know I once mattered to you.
Her bathroom mirror shows a woman with dark circles and steady eyes. Someone who has made peace with bargaining pieces of her heart to keep a promise to a dead mother. The breaking point comes on a Thursday at a charity gala in a glass-roofed atrium. All steel beams and hanging plants and people pretending to care about art. Emily arrives in soft blue satin, clutching Lucas' arm like she belongs there. Zoe lingers near the back with a tablet, feeding lines through an earpiece hidden in Emily's hair.
Ask him about the bridge project that stalled last year. He hates unfinished work. Let him talk. Then share how your own stalled series finally moved forward.
You care about projects that never got their chance. Lucas, I had a series like that too. Sketches I could not complete until recently.
Lucas softens exactly as predicted, his shoulders losing some tension, his voice low as he talks about deadlines and permits, and the humiliation of seeing your work frozen in limbo.
Sometimes you walk away before the work is done. Sometimes people walk away too. You learn to build without them anyway.
The word stabs somewhere in Zoe's chest. Even though the memory of her own leaving is now a blurred smear she cannot quite focus on.
Then, what is the point of second chances? Why hire artists like me to soften your buildings if you think nothing can really change?
Off script, Zoe thinks, as Emily pulls the earpiece out and drops it into her clutch, eyes bright and wet, done letting someone else direct her scene.
Be honest, Lucas. You are not here to see me. You keep looking over my shoulder at the woman hiding by the bar. What is she to you?
The room tilts as dozens of heads follow her gaze, landing on Zoe, frozen mid-sip of flat champagne, suddenly on stage without a script.
She is the one who left without a word. The one who opened a business built on fixing other people's goodbyes while never answering for her own.
This is not the place. Lucas, you want a confrontation. Pick a day when I am not technically on your side.
On his side. You are getting paid to help me win him back. Remember, or did you trade that promise away along with whatever you forgot?
The word forgot hangs heavy, the crowd murmuring as Zoe sways, images stuttering behind her eyes, college hallways, a hospital corridor, a man in a suit offering a check she cannot place.
Tell me why you left, Zoe, right now in front of everyone. Make it make sense for once.
I do not remember. All right, I know it hurts you. I know I hurt you. But the reasons, the details, they are gone.
Silence crashes over the atrium, harsher than any shouted insult. Zoe drops her glass, does not wait to watch it shatter, and runs for the exit as the contract in her pocket burns like ice. Rain slams against the office windows as Zoe curls on the couch in the ex-reunion agency. Wrapped in a blanket that still smells faintly like jasmine and printer ink, the dashboard stares back at her, contractual obligations in cold gray text, progress bar glowing almost complete, memory bar frighteningly low.
I wanted to save you, Mom. The shop, the idea that people deserve another chance. I did not mean to turn myself into collateral.
A knock rattles the glass, then another heavier one. Zoe ignores it until the door handle clicks and Lucas steps inside, rainwater dripping from his hair onto the floor.
Your landlord likes to talk, Hart. He said, you were in here drowning in paperwork. I figured I would see for myself whether you were still breathing.
Congratulations. I still have a pulse. Save the lecture. I am off the clock and entirely out of apologies.
Good. I did not come for an apology. I came for the truth, and I am done letting you tell me you do not remember.
He drops a folder on the coffee table, papers spilling out, hospital records, bank statements, an old letter with her mother's name at the top in bold black letters.
Your mother was sick, very sick. The bills were impossible. You went to my father for help. He offered a disgusting deal. Did you really think I would never find this?
Words on the page swim. Zoe grabs the letter with shaking hands. A faint memory prickling. A man in a polished office, sliding a contract across a desk toward her.
He told you to leave me, cut me out, disappear without explanation, in exchange for clearing your mother's medical debt. Did you really sign this alone?
I remember the pen in my hand, the sound of the clock on the wall. I remember thinking I could not let you carry that weight on top of everything else.
Images surge back in jagged flashes. Her mother's labored breathing. Lucas hunched over sketches at 3 in the morning. The way pride and love twisted together, until sacrifice felt like the only exit.
You were 20, Zoe, and he was a coward. You did not have to decide for both of us. You just had to tell me, why did you let him win?
Because every time I looked at you, I saw the future you deserved. Awards, buildings, freedom, not a partner. Dragging you into debt and grief. I thought walking away was love.
Tears blur the lines on the page as another notification pops up on the dashboard. Manual memory restoration possible. Collateral review triggered by external disclosure of sealed truth.
What is that thing? It flickered like a slot machine. The day we signed the first contract. Do not tell me it is just branding.
The agency is not just a brand. It is old magic buried in legalese. It offers people second chances and takes something they do not think they will miss until it is gone.
You traded your memories of us to help me fall for someone else. Do you hear how insane that sounds? Who signed off on this rule?
I did. I was desperate. I thought I could manage the loss, but I kept underestimating how much of me you occupied.
Lucas steps closer, anger flickering into something rawer, his hand hovering near her cheek before he lets it fall to his side again.
Look at me, Zoe. Do you want me to end up with Emily? Is that what you really want when you are not thinking about rent and guilt and old promises?
I want you to be happy, even if it is not with me. That is what I have been telling myself every day since I opened these doors.
That is not an answer. Do you still love me, or did the memories take that too?
The question rips straight through her, triggering another cascade on the dashboard. An option blinking in gold: revert collateral, accept emotional risk for all parties.
Yes, I still love you, even with missing pieces, even with the worst parts blurred. I feel the shape of you everywhere in my life.
She hits the accept button with trembling fingers, light spilling from the screen across the room, wrapping around old photos on the wall, the worn couch, the folder on the table. Memories slam back into place. All of them. The first kiss under a half-built bridge. The fight over her working 2 jobs. The night she almost told him about the diagnosis and lost her nerve.
Easy, breathe. I have got you. We can be furious later. Right now, I need you to stay here with me.
Zoe sags against him, heart pounding, painfully aware that choosing honesty might have just shattered the neat client narrative she built for Emily. And yet the air finally feels clean. The next morning, the city feels softer around the edges, sunlight catching on scaffolding and taxi roofs as Zoe walks toward the cafe, where everything first collided. Emily sits by the window already. Sketchbook open, a half-finished drawing of the ex-reunion agency sign, taking shape in careful pencil lines.
Before you say anything, I called this meeting. I am not here to scream. I did that already into a pillow, at 3 in the morning.
You have every right to be angry. I should have never taken your case once I realized who he was to me.
You realize slowly, though, right? It was not some scheme to steal my crush. You looked like you had been hit by a truck every time his name came up.
I thought I could stay neutral. I thought the contract would keep my heart in check. I was wrong about both.
I commissioned a second chance for myself and ended up paying to watch 2 idiots confront 10 years of unresolved feelings. That is on me for thinking life was a simple storyboard.
Zoe blinks as Emily laughs, a little wobbly but genuine, then slides a folded document across the table, the familiar weight of official paper heavy between them.
Contract termination form. I talked to your system last night. Do not ask me how. It likes metaphors. I told it my story had changed genres.
You are withdrawing your request. Just like that after everything you invested.
The fee is a down payment on my career. Call it research. I thought I was in love with Lucas. But I was really in love with the idea of being chosen by someone impossible. Watching you 2 was like watching one of my sketches come to life. Messy lines, erased corners. But underneath, the structure was always there.
Relief crashes over Zoe so hard she has to grip the edge of the table. The dashboard back at the office chiming faintly in her mind like a distant bell.
Use what you learned on me to build something better for other people. Maybe start by adding a no personal X clause in your intake forms.
I am so sorry, Emily. Not just for the mess, but for underestimating your ability to choose yourself when it counted.
Apology accepted. On one condition, when you and Lucas finally stop being cowards, I get to design the branding for whatever you two build together.
They signed the termination together, ink soaking into the paper. Somewhere the contract magic adjusts, balancing columns, releasing one girl from a story that was never really hers. Later that week, Lucas stands outside the ex-reunion agency, with a rolled blueprint under his arm and a nervous energy that does not suit a man used to steel and certainty.
You keep your door locked now, Hart, afraid of more exes wandering in, or just trying to make my life harder.
Some exes kick down doors, apparently. I am just updating my security settings.
Good, because I brought a proposal, and I need you to say yes this time with both eyes open.
He unrolls the blueprint across her desk. A redesigned facade for the agency, glass and warm wood, and a new sign that makes her throat tighten.
Ex-reunion and redemption agency. That is a lot of letters to fit over one door.
We can workshop the name. The important part is the second line, Partners in Love and Design Meyer and Hart.
Her heart stumbles as she reads it. Not just a romance, a business partnership, a future built of more than stolen moments and what-ifs whispered over coffee.
I want in on this, on you, on the mission, helping people stop running from their own messes, starting with us. Say yes, Zoe.
Yes, but we do it my way. Clear contracts, no secret clauses, and if any magic wants collateral, it can take my expired parking tickets instead.
They shake on it, then pull each other into a kiss that tastes like rain and old promises rewritten, the dashboard behind them glowing softly, content for now. Weeks later, the new sign goes up, sunlight catching on the fresh paint, as clients line up on the sidewalk, drawn by rumors of an office where second chances come with honest terms. Inside, Zoe and Lucas move around each other, like people who finally chose the same story, bickering over fonts, laughing over coffee, building a life where no one has to disappear to be loved.
Thanks for watching. Follow for more romance stories.